It's inevitable someday you'll turn and look at your friends and realize that you all now look like dads. And somehow, some of you even became dads. And that's when it hits you. Those last days of all being able to get together may soon be coming to an end. So when one of your last single friends decides to tie the knot, you plan a 4-day, 1,000-mile round-trip excursion for one last great adventure. And little did we know just how epic that last great adventure would be. So at 6 a.m. on a Thursday, car 1 got loaded up, and us 3 dads got ready to hit the road. Coffee break 1 was the world's largest truck stop at the Walcott I-80. And from there, it was a pretty boring ride until we crossed the Mississippi. And that's where the fun really began. Our first scheduled stop was the Indiana Sand Dunes National Park. But apparently there was a migratory bird festival going on, so it was super busy, so we moved on to our next planned stop at the South Haven Maritime Museum. Now, I wish I could tell you we all took it super seriously and were very adult during our visit, but now, speaking of adult, when the opportunity presented itself to go on board an actual sailing ship, the inner history buff dadness just could not resist. And I think I speak for all of us when I say we wish we could have had the chance to take her out on the water, but we had more miles to cover. And it was a good thing we left when we did, because just when we were settling into our Airbnb with the others, the torrential rains arrived. The next morning, the rains had gone, and I awoke to an absolutely beautiful sight. And since I couldn't rouse anyone else out of bed, I decided to go on a morning hike out to Lake Michigan. The cost to get in was just one steep climb over one single dune. The rains from the night before had swept everything clean, and as a result, I had an untouched paradise all to myself. The lake was still a long way off yet, so I set out hiking over the dunes and through the natural shrubbery and forest. Pausing only briefly to admire the ORV park and chatting with the last snapping turtle before I finally cleared the last hill to claim the entire beach as my own.
This is healing. I don't care what anybody says. Best therapy in the world: sand, sun, water.
Now, I could have hung out there all day, but I had to get back. Because we had scheduled a pontoon rental. But at the corner of South Lake and Lakeshore, our whole trip went sideways. Grayson's water pump chose that exact moment to give up the ghost, so we all sat around for a while as he called a tow truck.
That would make it all.
Poor guy. So after waiting a while, we decided to at least sit in the boat we rented and at least have some lunch. And after a very long wait, the tow truck finally arrived. So I hopped in car 2 to follow Grayson to the mechanic, while the others left us to enjoy the boat. Now, after dropping the car off for a diagnosis, the result was as bad as I expected. And this was the end result. So that meant the rest of the trip for me would be spent behind the wheel of this.
We got her loaded. Always an adventure. Just gotta roll with the punches. Now, back to the Airbnb.
After I dropped the trailer off, we were able to meet up with the others for what was left of our boating afternoon. And while we were both exhausted, it was worth coming back, just to try and watch Brandon attempt to pee off the boat in 30-mile-per-hour winds. And after a short cruise, it was time to return the boat and head back.
You got this, dads.
After we got back, I wanted to try and cheer Grayson up, so even though most of my party was still inebriated from the boat, I was able to convince 2 people to hike back out with me. A storm was brewing over the lake, and the dunes took on a much more threatening aura than they had earlier that morning.
We're gonna find her.
And even though we knew this, my less than sober companions insisted on seeing Lake Michigan, so we made our way out towards the lake and the brewing storm. Wow. The water now greeted us with an icy blast to the face. But undeterred, I touched the waters for the second time that day. Now, even though the lake was giving us more than fair warning, the bravest and drunkest of us marched headlong into the frigid waters.
Somebody needs to go get drunk Brandon. Woo! He's just walking out to infinity. Jesus! Brandon!
Both the dad and the adult me knew we were pressing our luck here,
That rain's coming in now, boys.
but seeing Grayson smile for the first time that afternoon made me willing to risk it.
Oh! Why? Oh shit, that's cold. Woo!
And even though we had to hike back in the rain, everyone made it back safely. In the end, I think we were all really glad we went. Day 3 was activity day, so we hopped in the U-Haul and we all made our way out to Stop 1, the famous Backwoods Dune Rides. After all that adrenaline, I suggested we stop out at the Sable Point Lighthouse Beauty Spot, just to admire the historic lighthouse, take in some views of the lake shore, and in general just soak up some of the beauty and mystery of where we were. bet I forgot who I was with. Whatever, I could cater to children too. And once I found out Grayson didn't like swinging bridges, I wasn't above acting like I was 5. So we all did a little 18-hole mini golf. Some of us were better than others. Not sure what this shot was. We found something else Grayson didn't like. Went to ride some go-karts. Checked out some awesome pre-runners. And finally sat down to a wing feast at the Chicken Shack. It was our final day at the dunes, and I wasn't about to waste it. So I rented a sandboard, grabbed everyone I could drag along, and headed back out to the dunes.
Do it.
Oh, yes. There he is.
We all left with plenty of sand in our mouths and our eyes. But we cleaned up and headed into Pentwater.
This is gonna be a fun ride.
No, it's not.
For one final dinner together as a group. After dinner, I walked everyone out to the foghorn at the mouth of the lake. And we all spent a little time checking out the sun setting over Lake Michigan.
Here. That looks freaking sick.
On the way back, even a few locals came out to bid us farewell.
Water greeters?
But all good things must come to an end eventually. So we made our way back to the Airbnb. Spent a little time relaxing around our first campfire of the trip. Not wanting to deal with Chicago morning rush hour, Grace and I made the last-minute call to load up the U-Haul and drive back through the night, while the others elected to stay and leave in the morning.
On the way back to Iowa.
See you, nerds! Pray for us!
We had over 8 hours and 500 miles to cover before dawn. Knowing I'd already been up for 16 hours, I knew it was risky, but I preferred it to the alternative. Plus, it wasn't anything a few energy drinks couldn't cover.
Figure I'd show our fuel bill. $89.25. 27 gallons of gas. Already burned through about another $90 worth of gas, so we're about 180 in. I had to pee one more time.
2 bangs deep.
Cracking another bang.
You get some of that road fuel.
Is that a churro?
Nope, those are tornadoes, dude.
Oh, fancy. What, 125 miles? Yep, we'll see. Come on, Bessie, you can do it.
Kind of topping off our journey where it started. First pit stop, hopefully the last pit stop.
Where will you go next? Hopefully to bed.
As dawn was breaking, at long last we finally saw our exit. So we ditched the car at the dealership, returned the U-Haul.
Yay. That's the end of the road for old Bessie. We've been in this vehicle for almost 10 hours. I'm tired. I'm home. If you made it this far, why not consider subscribing so you can see more content like this?
And I immediately started falling asleep as soon as I hit the passenger seat. 1,000+ miles, 4 days, and enough memories to last a lifetime. I'm glad I got to spend it with some of the best people I know. And if you guys are watching, I hope you all are able to look back fondly on this trip together, regardless of where life takes us next. Best of luck on your wedding, Jake. And to all the rest of you, thanks for always being some of the best friends a guy could ask for.
I don't know how this stitches together yet, but I'm gonna do something.